Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you can play a song by R5 called Smile, and we end up cabling this on 4th fret to kind of match the recording, but we'll kind of start off in root position just in case you don't have a capo. And we start off with this really awesome chord progression. It's really about the bass notes actually through this part. But so you could kind of follow the bass line, kind of 3rd fret on the A, 2nd fret on the A, open A, 3rd on the low E, and then 1st fret on the low E, and then open E, and then open D, and then 3rd fret on the low E string. So you could kind of follow just that idea of kind of that C, B, A, G, F, E, D, G, and the chords that would kind of back that up would start on the C major chord. I normally do that 1st finger on the B 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D 2nd, 3rd finger on the A 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, the beautiful sound of the C major. Now you may also dig on lifting off the 1st finger and making that C major 7, or adding in the pinky on the B 3rd fret for a C major 9, and kind of saying some stuff around it. Or another way to play C major 9, we'll be doing 1st finger on the D 2nd, 2nd finger on the A 3rd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd. You may kind of dig on working it that way, and that might make some of the changes a little easier. And from the C, actually, you could follow just that bass note. Take the regular C and kind of lift off the 3rd finger and put the 2nd finger on the A 2nd fret. So they call C/B, or C major, but now it has a B note in the bass. You could follow that for the 2nd chord, or you may want to back that up with a G major chord. And normally you do that 1st finger on the A 2nd, 2nd finger on the low E 3rd, 3rd finger on the high E 3rd. And if you strum all those together, the happy sounds of G major. Now you may also dig on putting the 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd, kind of working that for your G major. And then from the G we'd be going to an A minor chord. And normally you do that 1st finger on the B 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D 2nd, 3rd finger on the G 2nd. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord. It sounds really sad. Now you may also dig on lifting off the 1st finger, an A sus2, or you could add in the pinky on the B 3rd for an A suspended chord, kind of say some stuff around it. Or you could lift off the 3rd finger for an A minor 7, or you could add in the pinky on the high E 3rd for an A minor 7, or you could use an A 7 sus, which can make some of the changes easier. Doing 1st finger on the D 2nd, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd. And that way you could actually kind of leave 3 and 4 down from the C major 9 to the G major to the A 7 sus. Then we kind of go back to our G major, and then we go to an F major chord. We'll talk about some easy options here. But normally you do this as a 1st fret bar, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd finger on the A 3rd, pinky on the D 3rd. And if you strum all those together, the happy sounds of F major. Now you may also dig on an F major 7 if you're just starting out. Kind of doing 1st finger on the B 1st fret, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd finger on the D 3rd. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, it sounds like F major 7. It sounds really groovy. Or you may dig on an F major 13 if you're looking for some really easy options. Doing 1st finger on the G 2nd, 2nd finger on the D 3rd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd. Kind of working that for the F major. And then from the F, we'll be going to an E minor chord. And normally you do that 1st finger on the A 2nd, 2nd finger on the D 2nd. And if you strum all those together, that's the F sounds for E minor. Now you may also dig on adding in 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd. Kind of working that for your E minor. And then from the E minor, we'd be going to our D minor chord. And normally you do this 1st finger on the high E 1st fret, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D minor chord, and it sounds really sad. Around the D minor in general, you may dig on lifting off the 1st finger, making that a D sus2, or you could add in the pinky on the high E 3rd for D suspended, kind of say some stuff around it. And then from the D minor, we'll be going back to our G major chord. Through that, actually, there's a couple different strumming options you may want to play around with. You could do kind of a down idea, kind of a down count, and you could work kind of 4 on each chord, kind of C 2 3 4, G 2 3 4, A minor 2 3 4, G 2 3 4, F, E minor, D minor, G major, and randomly you will hear this cool little lick come out on the D minor and the G, where you could kind of follow those notes by doing 1st fret on the B string. It's kind of a hammer on the 3rd fret, and then open E twice. 1st fret on the B, 3rd fret on the B, 1st fret on the B, open E, and then back to 3rd on the B. So if you want to kind of follow those notes. you have kind of that C, D, E, E, C, D, C, E, D. So you kind of be coming out of that F, E minor, and then you may want to hit that lick. So it kind of takes the place of the D minor G. Or you could use a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we take the C and just try that a lot to kind of warm up a little bit. You have C, down, up, down, up, C, down, up, down, up, C, down, up, down. There's a couple ways you could use that actually. If you're fast enough, you could kind of get that pattern to happen on each chord. C, G, A minor, G, F, E minor, D minor, G. Or you could kind of half that pattern for each chord. So you may kind of dig more on kind of working a down, down, up on each one. Kind of C, down, up, G, down, up, A minor, down, up, G, down, up, F, down, up, D minor, down, up, D minor, down, up, G, down, up. Or for myself, another possibility would be doing the C with a down, down, up, and then going to the G for the up, down, up, kind of splitting the pattern. Or you may even get excited and do the C with a down, down, and then hit the G with the up, up, down, up. So kind of taking that pattern and splitting it. So you have C, G, A minor, G, F, E minor, D minor, G. Or, what I was really digging on myself, was something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're dividing that beat into two parts with our down, down, up, up, down, up. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where we divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, up, down, down, up, down. And what I mean by that is if you take the C and do it down for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you do it down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, down, 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 down. And then on the third beat, you do it up on 2, down on 3. So kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 up, down, 1 up, down, 1 up, down. And then on the last beat, you go down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 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 down. So all together, you got down, 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 down. There's a couple ways you could kind of apply that. You may want to take just the down, down, down up on each chord. C, down, down, up, G, down, down, up, A minor, down, down, up, G. With a down, 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 up. And then go to the G for the up, down, down, up, down, up. A minor with a down, 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 up. G with the up, down, down, up, down, up. F with the down, 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 up. E minor with the up, down, down, up, down, up. D minor with the down, 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 up. Then go to the G for the up, down, down, up, down. For our intro, and then we go into our main verse. Our verse starts off with the C, and then our G for 4, and then our A minor for our whole count, and then our D minor with our whole pattern, and then the G with the whole pattern. Or if you're digging on the 16th, you have C, G, A minor, D minor, G. Repeat that twice for our verse, and then we go into our pre-chorus part. And our pre-chorus, we start on the A minor, but then we go to a D major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the G second finger on the high E second, and third finger on the B third. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that's sounds a D major chord and it sounds really happy. And just like the D minor, you may want to lift off the second finger and make that a D sus 2. Or you could add in the pinky on the high E third for D suspended, kind of say some stuff around it. Or you may dig on taking the thumb and kind of going to the low E second fret, kind of bringing out that F sharp in the bass, and it's called D slash F sharp. Or you may dig on a D sus slash F sharp, doing first finger on the low E second, second finger on the G second, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third. Kind of working that for our whole count. And then from the D slash F sharp we go to F, and then we kind of have a big hit on a G chord before we go into our chorus part, which is like our intro. And then we'll be repeating our verse, and repeating our pre-chorus, and repeating our chorus until we get to our bridge part. And our bridge, we got our F major for our whole count, and our G, and then we got half the C and the G, and then our A minor with our whole count. Or if you're doing the down, down, up, down, up, G, C, G, or 16. Kind of dig on that. The weird part is to play along with R5, instead of starting on a C major chord, they're starting on an E major chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 4th fret, then now your C is really an E major, and your G is really a B major chord, and your A minor is really a C sharp minor, and your F is really an A major chord, and your E minor is really a G sharp minor chord, and the D minor is really an F sharp minor chord, and the D major when we get to it is really an F sharp major. But take it from the very beginning on that intro, you may want to work just the down idea, kind of C, G, A minor, G, F, E minor, D minor, G, or you maybe dig on the down, down, up, down, up, C, G, A minor, G, F, E minor, D minor, G, or you maybe dig on the 16th. Running that lick, actually, kind of on that D minor, that might be kind of cool at the end. And we repeat that twice for our intro, and then we go into our verse part. And you could do that any of those ways we've been talking. C, G, A minor, D minor, G, or if you're digging on the 16th, C, G, A minor. Try that with the down, down, up, down, up. Then A minor, D slash F sharp, F, kind of our big hit on the G. Or if you're digging on the 16th, you have the A minor, D slash F sharp, and a G. And then from there, then we're going into our chorus part. It's just like our intro. Now, one other thing I think about adding to the song, though, is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, you can throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the C, you'd have the A for the bass. On the G slash B, you'd have the A for the bass. On the regular G, you'd have low E for the bass. On the A minor, you'd have the A for the bass. On the F bar, you'd have low E for the bass. On the F major 7, you'd have D for the bass. On the E minor, you'd have low E for the bass. On the D minor, you'd have D for the bass, and on the D major, you have the D for the bass. Unless you're doing the D slash F sharp, then you have low E for the bass. So we could do that with kind of a bass down up on each chord, kind of C, G slash B, A minor, G, F, E minor, D minor, G, or you can add basses and split the pattern, which can be cool too. A minor, G, work it off of bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, work bass, bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, work bass, bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up, down. And that can be very cool even to work just a bass down, down, up on each chord. Kind of C, G slash B, A minor, G, F, chorus. You can work that either of those ways. So our C, G/B, A minor, D minor, G, or if you're digging on the 16th, C, G/B, A minor, D minor, G. And from there, then we're going into our pre-chorus. So we tried that with the bass, down, up, down, up. You have the A minor, E/F sharp, F, and a big G. Or if you're digging on that with the 16th, you have the A minor, D/F sharp, F, G, to lead into our next chorus. Now, one other thing I think about, actually, there are definitely parts of the tune that almost feel like a really fast reggae feel. And if you kind of dig on that, a typical reggae feel will do kind of a bass and then a down up, and then you kill the strings with your right hand, and then you do another down, and then kill the strings. So it's kind of a bass, down, kill it, down, bass, down, kill it, down, bass, down, kill it, down. And what's a little weird is because it's a fast pace, is on the halving chords from before, we'd actually end up with that whole pattern one time each. And then when we double it, we'd actually end up doing it twice. It's almost kind of like a ×2 down, down, up idea. That may seem kind of weird, but if you just think just that reggae pattern one time on each chord, you have the C, G/B, A minor, G, F, E minor, D minor, G. And that would be a little fast paced, good tempo, but definitely something else to practice with the song. G, F, E minor, D minor, G. And then from there, we'll be going into our bridge part. We could do that with the bass, down, up, down, up. Kind of the F, down, up, G, C, G/B, A minor, F, G, C, G/B, A minor, F, G. Or if you're quick enough with the reggae pattern, you can kind of do that twice, actually, kind of that F, G, C, G/B, A minor, F, G, C, G/B, A minor, F, G. So you want to kind of experiment with that or use that for other parts of the song. Or if you're digging on the 16th pattern, I think this is more what it feels like. And you could even work just downs, actually. If you're looking for some really easy ways to break it down, you know, you might just want to just try just down strokes through that idea, through the bridge. Or if you're digging the 16th, you'd have the F, G, C, G/B, A minor, F, G, C, G/B, A minor, F, G. From that bridge, then we'd be going into kind of our double chorus at the end. And you can really work that any of those ways that we've been talking about. You may want to experiment, find a way that works for you, and kind of run with it. So you have the C, G/B, A minor, G, F, E minor, D minor, G. Or if you're quick enough with reggae, G/B, A minor, G, F, E minor, D minor, G. Or you may be digging on the 16th. Other licks around these chords too, you know. Feel free to take this lesson and embellish it any way you want to. It's gonna be kind of cool to kind of take it, mix it up, and kind of make it your own too. But that's the basics of how you can strum through "Smile" by R5. So good luck. wherever you are in YouTube land. This is Munson Summer with Munson Music Live, Munson Guitar Songs, Munson Covers, and Munson Jam Tracks. Thanking you for watching this video, and I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you like this video and subscribe to the channel to see lots more like it. I'm always open to your requests. If you have a song that you love, please let me know so I can write it down on the request list so I can add that to it, because there's probably other people out there who love that song too and would love to learn how to play it. So thanks so much for all the love that you give me, and I hope that you're doing well and kind of figuring out how you can talk with the instrument. We are a small music shop in the middle of nowhere in South Carolina, and you're supporting us by watching this channel. Really appreciate all that love. So best of luck, and let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you in particular too. You can contact me on Facebook. You can leave a message here in the comments section, and I respond to all the comments that I get. So best of luck to you wherever you are.